The story begins with a woman called Alexia and her men chasing two demons who manage to slip away from her and head towards the town. Meanwhile, a man called Heron, who is a demigod and the illegitimate son of Zeus, is collecting some ore used for blacksmithing, but manages to sell them for only 2 drachmas, which is the currency for this world. As he returns to his mother, called Electra, they hear noises and see a girl, which turns out to be Alexia, who we discover is the leader of the Amazons. She informs them that she is looking for a demon, but the townspeople deny seeing any, so she continues on her way. Heron comes across a man called Elias who had injured his leg and helps him out. He took some water to clean the wound, however to his surprise, he sees a dead woman in the fountain. Suddenly, a demon comes out of nowhere and attacks him, but Alexia returns and starts fighting him. In a pinch, Heron helps Alexia, but the demon manages to escape. She and her men search the town for the demon, and after seeing a man hiding his face, she attacks him as she notices he had the same wound she inflicted onto the demon, and tells her men to arrest him. Alexia gathers the people of the town, and explains that an army from the east descends upon them. She burns the man with a hot iron to reveal to them his true identity as a demon. As the man turns into a demon, he tries to tell them that they are the strong race, and the humans are the weak race, but she beheads him before he finishes speaking. Heron wonders how such a thing could exist, and Elias tells him about the war with the giants. He tells him how the gods defeated the titans, but as the last titan fell, he swore a curse on the gods, and when his blood stroked the sea, the giants were born. The war between the giants and gods continued as neither could conquer the other. One day, Zeus convinces 2 giants to take up arms with them, and in a final battle against the giants, with the 2 giants' help, the gods defeated the giants. A god, called Hermes, then gathers their souls while the giant remains were cast into the ocean, while another god, called Hephaestus, forges a grand automation Talos to stand guard over the cauldron with the souls, so the evil could never return. Ages pass, and one day a giant's body is cast ashore. A man finds it, and upon touching it, he starts to be poisoned by the evil. Eventually other men join him, and they ate the giant's flesh, turning them into demons. In the morning, Alexia tells Heron that he fought bravely, and invites him to join her to fight against demons and protect the town. Heron has no such desire as they had forsaken him and his mother. He wants to leave, but his mother tells him they can't, and tries to tell him who his real father is. But at that moment, people from the town come wanting to test if Electra is a demon. Heron starts fighting them, but as they overwhelm him, Electra burns her arm to prove that she isn't a demon. After seeing Alexia leave, Heron states that he should have gone with her. Elias tells him that indeed war is upon them, and they need to prepare. He tells him to climb the mountain, and there he will find a rose bush, and underneath it, there is an adamantine ore from which they will make him a sword like no other. Elias is revealed to be Zeus in disguise, and is confronted by a man, called Ares, who is surprised Zeus wants Heron to lead mankind. Heron dreams of a queen giving birth to 2 sons, one her husband's, and one belonging to another man. Heron brings the adamantine to Elias, who begins forging a sword and tells him his dream came from the 3 Waniroi, who are a trio of black-winged creatures that serve the gods of Olympus, called Phobder, who brings forth nightmares born from one's worst fears. Phantasos, known as the great trickster, who brings forth illusions meant to deceive and confuse. And Morpheus, the great winged god of dreams, known to bring forth visions of the truth to remind others of what they have forgotten. Heron confronts his mother, who admits she was once Electra, queen of Corinth, but Zeus fell in love with her, and she soon became pregnant. Zeus's wife, called Hera, discovered Zeus's infidelity and sent the Waniroi to tell the king of the infidelity in his dreams. When Electra gave birth to twin boys, the king attempted to kill the son that was not his, Heron, but Zeus intervened and Electra killed the king. Zeus hid Heron and Electra under a layer of cloud, so Hera could never find them, while Heron's twin brother was left behind and assassinated by an uncle who wanted Corinth's crown. After realizing that Elias is actually his father Zeus, Heron tries to confront him, but only finds the completed sword which Heron rejects by impaling it into a boulder. Alexia's soldiers are killed by the cult leader, but Alexia escapes with a map to their main camp, so a 3-headed hound, known as a Cerberus, is sent after her. Zeus reveals himself to Heron to ask forgiveness, but leaves after Heron rejects him. Alexia arrives with the hound chasing her, so she flees with Heron. Hera swears to kill Electra and Heron, so Zeus threatens her to leave Electra's life in the hands of the Fates. In secret, Zeus removes the protective cloud so he can see Heron. The demons attack, so the villagers flee to safety through Heron's iron mine. Heron causes a rock slide crushing several demons, so the demons' leader, called Seraphim, tries to kill him, but Heron was able to survive because Zeus sent him warnings using telepathy. Electra manages to hide from the demons, but Seraphim demands the villagers tell him where Alexia is. Electra kills them when the Cerberus picks up Alexia's scent, but Zeus hides her scent with a rose bush. After seeing Zeus actively intervene, Hera decides to intervene herself and redirects the Cerberus to Electra. Hera and the other gods confront Zeus, reminding him Electra's life is supposed to be in the hands of the Fates. According to Zeus's own laws, they would be within their rights to execute him to preserve peace among themselves. Zeus is forced to watch as Seraphim executes Electra, and takes Heron captive to turn him into a demon. Hera gloats at Zeus's misery, while Seraphim takes Electra's necklace commemorating Heron and his deceased brother. Alexia comes across Zeus disguised as Elias, mourning Electra before chasing after Heron. Hermes carries Electra's soul to the underworld, where she chooses to appear to Heron in a vision, reminding him to be strong. Hera then appears before Seraphim. After forcing him to kneel before her, Hera tells him he is the firstborn son of the Corinthian king. When his uncle, called Acrisius, dropped him from a cliff, he was found alive by Electra's midwife, called Ariana, who fled with him into the woods, where she raised him alongside a bear and its cubs. When Acrisius's sons found them, they murdered Ariana and Seraphim's bear siblings. The mother bear killed all the men, except for one of Acrisius's sons who escaped. Years later, Seraphim tracked down and murdered the surviving son, before fleeing into the sea where he discovered the corpse of the giant. After eating its flesh, Seraphim retrieved the Olympian bident that killed the giant, and used it to kill the pursuing soldiers, turning those that surrendered into his followers. Hera claims everything is Zeus's fault, for not saving Seraphim the way he saved Heron. Seraphim is suspicious of Hera's motives, so Hera also reveals that Seraphim unknowingly killed his real mother Electra, filling him with rage and hatred for Zeus. Alexia goes to meet her mentor, called Chiron, in order to translate certain portions of the map she had obtained from the demons. Chiron reveals that the map provides a path through the labyrinth, where the body of the giant that created the demons is hidden. Alexia tries to leave with this information, but Chiron reveals that he has betrayed her for the demons in order to protect his people. He surrenders Alexia and the map to Seraphim, but not before discreetly covering the map in mud. Hera leads Seraphim to the sword that Zeus forged for Heron. She states that the sword can cut through anything, including the automaton Talos that protects the chest which holds the souls of the giants. She also demands that Seraphim kill Heron, who has been taken on board a galley, where he conspires with other prisoners to break from their shackles and take control of the ship. Hermes reveals to Zeus that he saw Hera conspire with Seraphim. This revelation pushes Zeus to the edge, and he rains lightning to earth in order to protect Heron from Seraphim. Saved by Zeus, Heron is taken to Olympus, while Alexia and the other prisoners are directed to go to the entrance of the labyrinth, even though the map was destroyed. Seraphim is directed by Hera to find an artifact called the Cauldron of Darkness. Zeus tries to appease Hera and swear his devotion to her, but she only intends to accept if Heron is killed. Zeus refuses the condition, and Hera leaves with her followers to Hades, who remains neutral and offers shelter to any god who asks, and Poseidon leaves with her. Alexia and the others meet with Chiron, who provides a copy of the map to atone for his mistake, and they make plans to head to the labyrinth through the fields of the dead. Heron is briefly trained and taught to control his anger when fighting, before being summoned by the Fates who warn him of the influence he will hold in coming events, before revealing to him that Alexia and the others are walking into danger. However, Zeus tells him he cannot go to help them as he is not ready. We then see that Seraphim is given a nightmare by the Oneiroi. Zeus banishes the Oneiroi and reveals he has helped Seraphim all his life, even saving him from Acrisius's sons when they killed Ariana. He also reveals Hera manipulated him into killing his mother Electra. Chiron leads Alexia and her followers to the fields of the dead, where the Olympians defeated the giants, and warns them within the mist they must never run, in case they disturb the poisoned ground. Several followers are killed fleeing from hallucinations. They make it to the labyrinth's entrance, where Heron arrives and kills the Minotaur. Following Zeus's clues, Seraphim finds Acrisius living in a cave and kills him. Alexia and Heron find the giant's corpse is missing, and Seraphim catches them in a trap. He offers Heron a chance to work together and to kill the gods, but Heron refuses. He killed some of his followers, leaving only Kofi the gladiator and Evios the thief. Hera attacks Hermes, who had been following her, and steals his soul-collecting arm brace. Apollo saves Hermes, but is injured by Ares, who throws Apollo's body into the sea. Seraphim locates the cauldron and escapes Talos using Heron's sword. Hera releases the giant's souls, returning them to their bodies before fatally injuring Zeus, while disguised as Hermes. As Zeus lies dying, the giants begin marching on Olympus. Hera offers the giants the oceans if they kill Zeus. Overhearing this, Poseidon returns to Olympus with Apollo, heals Zeus, and reveals where Hera has the cauldron. As the battle for Olympus begins, Heron, Alexia, Kofi, and Evios infiltrate the demons' camp. Zeus and Poseidon kill most of the demons and giants, so Hera attacks Zeus. Heron realizes the cauldron is being held high in the sky by Hera's crows. Zeus then overpowers Hera, allowing Heron to retrieve the cauldron, while the leader of the giants wounds Zeus. Hera is betrayed and almost killed by the giants' leader, but Zeus sacrifices his own life to save her. Seraphim severs Hera's right arm, taking the cauldron while Hera flees. Heron then engages Seraphim in a fist fight. Accepting Zeus's training, Heron stabs through his own chest with Seraphim's bident, impaling Seraphim too, and summons Zeus's lightning to finally kill Seraphim. Heron reaches the cauldron and once more traps all the giants' souls inside, ending the battle. The next morning, Heron reunites with his friends and is welcomed to Olympus by his several demigod half-brothers. Seraphim's soul awakens in the underworld, where the bident is retrieved by its true owner, Hades, who offers Seraphim freedom from eternal punishment if he kneels to him, as he once knelt to Hera. And this brings the anime to an end. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.